Organizations win championships. A Chicago Bulls podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.
This is episode 127 of Organizations Win Championships, a Chicago Bulls podcast here on 312 Sports. And if you think I've said it before, if this sounds familiar, when I say the Bulls are 18-21, I think they have been 18-21 at least the last 3 years. It's a
Can
record.
you look it up or something?
I haven't yet. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
You're the research department. It's a record that they tend to like, and the Bulls are 10th in the East after their loss to Houston last night. They have their offensive rating puts them 20th of 30, the defensive rating 25th of 30, net rating of minus 3.5, 23rd of 30, and you hate to say it, but it is more of the same in that there's fits and starts, and you see some solid performances, and it has been impossible with the injuries, with Giddey still out, and now apparently the injury to Zach Collins it's not quite exactly a turf toe, but it's enough that he's not making any progress. He's still in a boot. I'm not even going to start to expect him back until we get any further updates.
Right. He only had that one little stretch of the season, and he was playing great. But maybe he's glass. You never know. I saw a meme today when it was announced that Anthony Davis doesn't need surgery, and that he'd be reevaluated in six weeks. It was just a picture of Anthony Davis, and it was photoshopped, so his entire body was wrapped in bubble wrap. So, I mean, yeah, it's just annoying. And we'll get into the past few games and the postponement of the Miami Heat game, which was very interesting. But I don't think there's much to talk about with the Mavericks game just because nobody was watching that game. I know both of us were not, and I think for good reason.
I was following it, though. I was not watching it, but I was keeping up with the score during commercial breaks. I do think that most of the city of Chicago and most Bulls fandom, with the exception of a few lunatics, was tuned in full time to that game.
So, and what a game it was. And that was a good day for Chicago, huh? It was Bulls, Bears, Blackhawks, and the Cubs signed Alex Bregman.
Yes, that's right. They all won. Well, no, I am off my phone. I'm not being you. I had just had a text. I wanted to make sure it wasn't an emergency.
I'm off my phone. Okay.
You are, actually?
No. Yes, I'm off my phone. You're on your phone more than I am.
That's not true.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, when I'm watching something, generally I'm watching something.
That's just not true at all.
Yes, it is.
During movies that you don't need to care about, you're not on your phone. During sports games that you need to care about, like the Bulls, I've seen you on your phone during Bulls games so many times.
Usually I'm checking things that I need to know during the game, or it's during a commercial.
Congratulations, you're checking things. But no, I've seen you text about the most random shit during Bulls games. Bears games, you're in your little nut job where you're just in your little computer. Jason, how long is that field goal? Just happy I'm not home. I didn't watch the game at home, and I'm not home right now.
Well, I'm not going to have you for the Bulls game.
And also, I think I'm the reason why the Bears won, because during the second half, for good luck, I may or may not have done 4 shots of Malort for good luck.
During the second, you told me that you did that.
Yeah.
Well, we figured this out. We're going to talk about it probably on Forward Progress tomorrow or sometime this week. It was also my old Bears sweater that had been discovered at Nana and Papa's house, and Papa had the sweater on for the first half.
And took it off.
And he took it off for the second half. So we're going to figure out, we're going to give him instructions for this weekend about what we have to do. Meanwhile, what is going on with Kobe White? What is going on? Is it both calves now with which he's day to day, and they just make a decision based on that game whether or not his calf is stiff? I'm trying to be, and I heard it a little bit last night in Stacy's voice when he didn't even realize Julian Phillips was hurt last night. I am trying to be. If
you looked at the bench itself in just clips of the game, There are 4 seats that are unfilled on the
because everybody's
Bulls
on the
bench.
floor. Yeah.
That's what I mean. It's like a youth hockey game where some kids can't make it to the game.
I'm trying to be as fair as I possibly can be when it comes to erring on the side of caution. I know 82 games is a long schedule, but at some point, there's got to be a big difference between injury and pain and just being hurt. I'm not going to, this is hard for me to do because I don't want to call out any one person here, especially with the number of guys that you have in contract years here. But it's really frustrating from a fan's perspective.
Yeah.
To the extent that I can try to embody that, but it's really, really frustrating.
And the thing about the Bulls is that they don't have a megastar right now, but people do want to go to the games to see Josh Giddey. People want to go to the games to see Kobe White. And the other guy in that group would be Modest. However, he's been playing a lot. Knock on wood, because you never know with this team because they're just dropping like flies. But it is frustrating because we've never really seen them at full strength, I guess.
Well, I want to give a lot of credit to Trey Jones.
Oh my God! I mean, he had 30 whatever,
and to Jalen Smith. He came back from a bad concussion. He came back as sooner than I thought, and Jalen Smith, he does the most with what he's got. He plays really hard. And the same goes for Kevin Huerter. There are guys on this team that really do play hard. And so much gets asked of the healthy guys that it may just be one of these negative cycles where when you're down to a thin rotation, guys have to play heavier minutes. And it takes a toll on them. They're being asked to do more. They end up with strains and sprains because they're doing more than they were expected to be asked to do going into the season.
At this point, why don't you just bring up a G League guy? And I'm going to say that. I have to. But just getting bodies at this point in the season, when you're 18 and 21, things aren't looking up, especially because of these injuries. If you're going to tank, when you got this draft class coming up, man, when you got DeBonsa, Peterson, and Boozer just kind of sitting there, especially DeBonsa.
Yeah, well, Peterson's walking right into the injury problems.
Oh, but did you see him against Iowa State?
I have in glimpses, yes. And these tiny little glimpses you get of guys.
You love DeBonsa, though.
I do. I want to see him work a little harder defensively, but you can't stop him on offense.
No. And I'll say this about Boozer. His floor is so high.
Yes.
And I don't think he's the most athletic player, but he's a better shooter than I thought. He's really responsible, and he does the right thing every time. And I think he could be I don't think he's a generational type player, but I think you could be a multiple-time All-Star.
Do you think, just as far as quality of player, like arc of somebody's career, like I see him as having a really long, successful career.
Okay.
Like
assuming he doesn't
around the quality of somebody like Al Horford.
That's funny because if he plays that long, that's a hell of a career.
I know it is, but I still don't think there's going to be. He's just not a spectacular player, Boozer. He's skilled and smart and responsible and creative.
Why can't he be a slightly more athletic version of Şengün?
No, he's
maybe
not
as
quite
of the.
He's not as tall. I don't think he's quite as tall.
Are you sure? I don't think. Is Şengün a legit 7 foot?
Well, how tall is Boozer listed?
Şengün is listed at 6'11".
Yeah, and Boozer's like 6'9".
No, he's not. God, I'm forgetting his. It's Cameron Boozer because he has a twin.
Yeah, the other one I'm not interested, but Cam Boozer.
Oh, he is listed at 6'9".
Yeah, he's listed at 6'9", which means he's likely shorter than that. So, no, I don't see him. Şengün is a center, but I do see Boozer being a can't miss very good player. He will never be worse than a very good NBA player, might still be a star.
He could step into the league right now and give you 15. I'm convinced. I think he's already NBA ready.
I agree. I don't think that's an overstatement.
I don't know if Debonsa is. I don't think he is. I don't know if Peterson is. And also, if you look at his body too, when you look at Peterson and Debonsa, they're still a little, they're not quite as filled out. Boozer already looks like a man.
Mm-hmm.
And he plays like one.
He's got his dad's body, and he's got those really thick legs too, which if used correctly can be terrific rather than being a detriment to his game.
Chill.
No, he really does. He's so powerful. He just can't really leap. He's not an explosive athlete in the way that some of these other guys are.
It's just that. But back to the Bulls here. If you're this injured, why don't you look at what this draft class looks like?
Trade deadline, man. This all comes down to the trade deadline,
and do nothing. Watch it. They're going to do nothing.
I'll bet you on that one.
I don't think they're going to make a single trade.
I'll bet you on that one. They have to. You have too many guys with contracts coming up. The damn problem.
Continuity.
The problem is Kobe White's injuries.
And him being... Although, against Dallas, he was all right.
Yeah, he was. And I will say this. I know we're going to get to some of these games. I thought the Bulls played well last night.
I did too.
I thought they played well. They had 3 guys go 0 from 3. If one of those guys has a decent night shooting from 3 between
Patrick Smith and Vooch.
Okoro was 0 for 2, wasn't he?
No, he was 2 for 4.
Oh, he was 2 for 4. It was Smith that was the other 0 for. You're right.
But the thing is that I don't think that's a fair assumption because Trey Jones shot 5 of 6 from 3, and he has been terrible all year shooting.
He had his best game of the year.
Yes, he went 5 of 6 from 3, so I don't think it's fair because if he shoots 1 of 6...
You're right.
I mean, I guess it's feasible to say, okay, those 3 guys should have made 4 total if Trey Jones makes 1 of those. That's feasible, but Okoro shot well. Trey Jones shot remarkably well. Dalen made a 3.
It was in rhythm, too.
Yeah.
It was a nice shot.
So, yeah, in the corner. But I don't know. Şengün is a problem, and Kevin Durant is still Kevin Durant, man.
What are you going to do? I mean, the guy's still 7 feet tall, and
but he's so smooth. He moves so well. He's 37 years old.
Yeah,
and he still looks great.
Well, if you move Vooch at the trading deadline, if you move whether it's White, DeSumo, I guarantee you somebody's going to want Herter.
Yeah.
Someone's absolutely going to want Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
So do it. And if in fact you get a little bit worse...
I just don't trust AK.
Well,
I don't.
You shouldn't. What has happened?
Make a move.
Well, it has
Although
to come
that Lonzo
from...
Ball trade is looking pretty good. Everyone's saying, it's getting rid of Lonzo Ball for just Isaac Okoro is undervalue... like it's a lopsided trade. No, I think the Bulls won that trade. Lonzo's been awful.
Well, he also made the Giddey trade.
Yeah, that's true.
Which has helped both teams.
However, how much draft capital did you get out of both those trades?
You've got nothing.
None.
You got nothing. And there's only one way to build a team, and it's through the draft now.
If you look at the Rockets, yes, they do have Kevin Durant on their roster, but he is 37. They still built through the draft because they used Jalen Green to make that trade. Jabari Smith Jr. drafted. Şengün drafted. Amen Thompson, haven't even talked about him. Man, is he athletic. Oh, my God. Do you remember that one lob where he told, I think it was Şengün to throw it up to him? He's 6'5". He was standing under the basket, just standing there, facing half court, and he just pointed. Şengün threw it up. He caught it, turned in midair, and dunked it.
Yep.
Just standing. That's ridiculous.
What was impressive to me was the play on which 2 defenders converged on him. He was coming in from the right side at a 45-degree angle. And the help defender came over And before the two guys could set, he took a gather dribble and stepped right through them. Like hopped, controlled his body, turned his body, hopped right through them, and then sprung up again to just sort of set it in the basket with both hands.
He is naturally gifted. He's one of the most naturally gifted players in the NBA. I think number one in that is Wembanyama. I think you just have to say it. And then I don't know who else would be two when you just look at skill set and just
there's a lot of those guys out there. There's sometimes I see Brandon Miller do some things.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And I just look at his combination of speed and length and shooting ability. Hell, Jabari Smith looked pretty sweet last night.
Player.
He is a really nice player. They just need a point guard. The only thing you can see that Houston is missing is a distributor, is an air traffic controller.
Well, Van Vliet is out for how long? Because he's on that team.
Did you see him on the sidelines?
Oh, he might be out for the whole season. That's right.
I almost didn't recognize him.
Why?
He's large.
Really?
Did you see his face?
Oh, he does look fat. Yeah.
I swear to God, I almost didn't recognize him. And I went, "Oh my God, that's Fred Van Vliet." And maybe he doesn't need to get in shape. He's not hurrying back right now, but
still
got a ways to go. So the Bulls played Detroit.
They need Trey Jones is what they need.
Well, yeah, no, actually, he'd be as a backup point guard. Yes, that's exactly what they need, is somebody like that. But I want to quickly go through the games that we need to talk about here, because I thought they had a really good opportunity against Detroit. Because
not when
Cade
Mike
Cunningham
on the floor.
Yeah, he played well for a while. He had a really bad missed dunk though, but Cade Cunningham didn't play. So I immediately thought, all right, well, here's your opportunity. If they're going to be resting guys, and they know they're thinking it's just the Bulls, and the Bulls are halfway hurt too. So the guy that destroyed them,
Stewart.
Oh my God, Isaiah Stewart!
He hit 2 threes and he went 14 of 17 from the field.
He had 31 points. He was
30 minutes.
Absolutely insane in that game. And then they unleashed all of the athletes coming off of their bench. And good luck to you between Ron Holland and Chaz Lanier was hitting threes, and Karis LeVert is out there. It was, even without by far their best player, they just overwhelmed the Bulls with athleticism and length.
I always forget how much he only played 12 minutes. Karis LeVert is a hooper.
Yes.
He's been around the block, but he's one of these, I don't want to say Lou Williams guys, because Lou Williams is perennial 6th man of the year. I mean, one of the best ever.
No, Karis LeVert's got a great handle.
He's better than Alec Burks,
Yeah.
And Alec Burks was a good player. So he's the ball on a string. He can make shots when need be. I love his game, and for a team like that, they're dangerous.
Well, and there's your other Thompson brother too, who
not quite. He's so good,
but defensively,
he's a better defender. Yeah,
he's a really tough defender, and that's sort of his thing. Where he
can't shoot though. No offense.
No, he takes pride in his defense though. Before you get too excited also about the win over the Mavs, did you see the lineup that they started the game with?
Yeah, not great.
Ryan Nembhard, Cooper Flagg, Max Christie, Daniel Gafford, and Najee Marshall.
Najee Marshall's good. I'll say this. If I look at the Bulls lineup from last night, Smith, Okoro, Buzelis, Vooch, and Trey Jones, that's not all. The Mavs lineup is not that much worse. It's really
okay.
not.
No, it isn't. It isn't,
not.
Especially with Flagg out there.
Yeah, because out of those 10 players, Cooper Flagg is already the best.
Now let's also discuss what happened with the Miami game, and
that was interesting.
Well, I've been there before, I've been there
I've been
as
to the United Center. Crazy.
I have been involved in a game that was postponed for condensation on the floor because on the state fairgrounds in Raleigh, North Carolina, at Dorton Arena, it was the year they just started the
you're old.
Raleigh Ice Caps hockey team, and
Do they still exist?
the Ice Caps? Well, no, because they got an NHL team. That became the effort
Charlotte Checkers?
to get the Hurricanes, and no, I think the Ice Caps are long gone. But we had a game that night. Again, it's North Carolina and it's warm, and they didn't know what they were doing because it was like the state was running the facility. The people who put down and took up the floor were prisoners who were bussed in from the prison up the road. So the buses would come down, it was chain gangs basically. The prisoners would get out and they would come in, and it was the state program. They were in charge of putting down the creosote, the insulation, putting the floor on top of it. But we had to cancel a game for the same reasons, because of condensation. And it's because it's an old floor and it had the big metal screws were actually sort of countersunk on the floor itself. So they would, I had to grab the microphone and I had to say to the assembled crowd, the game has been postponed. You'll get a refund. Blah blah. I was on all the news. I had to go on behalf of the team and make these appearances. It sucked. It was no fun. And I was wearing a beige suit, but it was a beige double-breasted suit in 1992. 92, what happened. But I've been there. I know it sucks. I loved watching Adam Amin and Stacy and Casey Johnson trying to vamp.
It was funny.
Just trying to fill time, those poor guys.
And Benny the Bull shooting half-court shots with Tyler Hero.
Yeah, and then he was trying to teach Modest how to do the over-the-head shot and all that.
And Asia Wilson and Bam Adebayo were just, sitting there hanging out. And that's going to be one athletic child when that happens. Holy crap!
Well, you never know. You never know.
Maybe they want to play guitar, but that's going to be a tall child unless they. Well, you never know.
Never know. I always said that about when Andre Agassi.
Should have said that about me when I was 3.
There's going to be a tall child? No, we knew.
You never
we
know.
knew. No. You can still hold out hope someday.
But when it had like the Boban gigantism or something.
Acromegaly?
Yeah.
I think we know by now. I don't think there's going to be late arriving acromegaly.
That would defeat the purpose of my fitted golf clubs, though, so I don't want that.
When your entire world is seen through the prism of your fitted golf clubs, I can understand. Are they literally in your bed right now?
No, they're not. They're right in front of me, though. I took my bag out of my closet.
Have you given them names yet?
No, I don't name my golf clubs unless I get a hole-in-one with one, which I never have.
But you've just fetishized them so much. But anyway, I was saying it about when Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf got married.
Hold on, shut up.
We thought that their kid would be a great tennis player.
Shut up.
What?
I don't want to hear this about a fetishizing thing when all you do with your fishing gear is fondle it and smell it and like put it in your crack.
I haven't gone quite that far yet.
You've done the first two.
I did, of course, after the season, I did remove all of the gear and sort of clean everything out and set it out in perfect piles of each category of lure, rearrange everything. That's all we have. Soon enough. Soon the coho will be here, and all will be right with the world. And then the smallmouth will follow.
All will be right with the world if the Bears keep winning.
I thought you were going to say if there's
or Pope Bob can bless the Bears again.
Well, I don't know if he's a Bulls fan. We haven't really heard of that yet. But the postponement of the game is creating a scheduling quirk, probably more than a quirk at this point.
Just a weird stretch.
It means the Thursday, January 29th, the Bulls welcome the Miami Heat. And then on Saturday, they'll be at Miami. And the next Sunday, they'll be at Miami. So they will be playing the Miami Heat 3 times in 4 nights in our preview of the play-in, I guess. So I don't know.
Just throw the Hawks in there on that one day off. And then you got a preview of the play-in. Also, yeah, that trade. We haven't talked about that yet.
Trae Young goes to the Washington Wizards in exchange
McCollum and Kispert.
For McCollum and Kispert.
Really just shows you how low his value was. I mean,
who wants him right now?
Yeah, he's hurt too. He's getting evaluated after the All-Star break.
And they've said that they're going to take their time with him. They're not going to rush him back. He may not even play again this year.
However, if Trae Young was holding the Hawks back because of a locker room issue or whatever it may be, because he's so ball dominant, you got a backcourt. You finally have a real vet in the backcourt with Dyson Daniels and C.J. McCollum. Corey Kispert can shoot the crap out of the ball, and Jalen Johnson is an All-NBA player right now.
They're better without him.
And they got Porzingis. That's a real ass team.
Yep.
They can compete.
Yep.
Because I don't know if Boston can keep this up for that much longer. I think Detroit's great. I think New York is good. I think Cleveland will get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, you know what? With Cleveland, why hasn't Mobley become better already?
I think he's limited by his inability to make threes consistently. I think that is it. He's not a good enough shooter yet, because if he started shooting 35, what is he shooting from three this season? Let me actually look that up. Or how many attempts? I want him to be, even if he misses them. I mean, you're saying wants him to be better. He's a defensive player of the year, and he's averaging 18 and 9 on 51% from the field. But he's shooting 33% from three and only 64% from the line. Like, if he were to get that up to if you were to get that to 72% from the line and 36% from three, which I don't think are that unreasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what would open up his game. And even if he's only shooting 33%, he needs to take more of them. He needs people to, because if he just makes a couple in a game, that'll really open things up. Even Wembanyama, when he wasn't shooting very well, he still kept taking them. That opened everything up.
Well, the comps for Mobley early on, there was so many Bosch comps, and
Bosch
was a
could
guy
shoot the shit out of the ball.
Yes, but he also had to learn when he got to the Heat, and it timed up with about the time that the NBA was recognizing the statistical value of the corner
No, it's
three.
A little bit before then, because Curry really took off a couple of years after that.
But Bosch began shooting and looking for specifically that corner three. And eventually they said, look, do not pass up this shot. This is not just a decoy. Take it.
And Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Like you hate when I do that. I'm sorry.
What?
I feel like he's an often forgotten great player.
Why?
When people mention, all-time power forwards, right? It's going to be Duncan, Nowitzki, Garnett, those guys.
Sure.
And if you want to go a bit earlier than that, I mean, I feel like I hear Rodman's name more often now than I do Chris Bosh. Chris Bosh is a way more talented player than Dennis Rodman ever was.
Yes.
Not even close.
Yes.
If you were to tell me, would you rather have Dennis Rodman or Chris Bosh both in their prime?
Bosh.
By a mile.
Yes.
And when Mobley was compared to Bosh, that's a big name. And if he can't shoot, that's why his game isn't, what we all expected. I think he just needs to take more. I really do. Even if he can keep that same number or even increase it a little bit on higher volume from three, it'll open everything up.
So let me get to your conclusion as you were going through all of these Eastern teams.
Yeah, Atlanta can compete.
And Atlanta can more than compete. The shame of it is that due to injury primarily, in a year where the Bulls had the chance to, if not validate, at least provide some support to the idea of hang around and be competitive long enough until everything comes back to you, and then maybe you can have an actual playoff spot. I'm not talking about winning a title, but this would have been the year to say, all right, Michael Reinsdorf, all right, AK, here you go. You wanted to stay competitive. What can you do in this environment? And now the shame that you can't. You can't compete with Lackland Ulbrich out there. You can't compete with Trey Jones shooting 6 threes. You just can't. You've got to trade these people. You've got to make every single move that you can right now.
Do you trade Aya?
Sure. If you give first round pick.
Yeah.
And not to mention your own first round pick is hurt and useless at the moment and is a complete long-term play.
These dudes, I didn't like
he is a long-term play that
when you look at guys that went after him. Queen was one pick after, and I don't like Derek Queen's game, but you can't deny his production.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you saw that lob from last night to Trey Murphy.
No, I haven't yet.
He threw a lob to Trey Murphy. Trey Murphy caught it in the air, did a 360, and laid it in. It was insane. And they were competitive with Denver. You know?
Mm-hmm.
With the best offensive player, arguably of all time, on the floor. And I just don't see enough. There's only one player on the team that really brings legitimate excitement, and it's Modest because he is that high flying, make a crazy play, the flashes, and I guess Giddey as well. Giddey has some not in the same way where he's just dunking on people, but he'll have some crazy passes and put up a triple double.
Well, Modest plays really hard, and I like that about him.
He's been good.
He competes.
He was good last night. And he was solid against the Mavericks. I mean, and he was good against the Pistons. Like he's been playing well.
He plays really hard. I wish he took losses a little harder. That was sort of the Vooch message that he sent to him about when to celebrate and when not to, and what you're really doing in here. Meanwhile, the Bulls are pushing him for the Rising Stars game. So Modest Buzelis as a sophomore should get that. They're also the campaign officially has begun on behalf of Josh Giddey to get him to the All-Star team.
I think his injury hurts him, but I do think that Giddey should be an All-Star and Modest should be in the Rising Stars game. However, does it mean that the Bulls are good? No.
No, it doesn't. And I'll just say too, I can't. How many times?
Spiraling a bit this episode, man.
Yeah, I am. How many times have I said before that I'm just done with Patrick? How many times?
A lot.
All these injuries.
Are you going to say it?
All these injuries have given him every chance. Every single chance. And even last night, there were times where he's like, I'm gonna do something right now. And everybody can see, well, here Patrick's gonna try to do something, but his head is down. He's determined that this is gonna be his turn, and he's gonna do these things, and it ends poorly, or he has trouble finishing, or he kicks it away. And it's a me problem because I'm the one that's been invested in believing in him because he is just such a good guy. And so, I'm not going to say good kid anymore. And talented, but not sudden, not explosive, and just doesn't play hard enough.
He'll have a long career because he can shoot and play good defense.
It's just too bad. It's too bad. They don't get enough top 4 picks that you can't miss on one.
Right, when Halliburton and Maxey.
You can't miss. So and I'll say this too, if in fact what you say is true, if you end up winning this bet and the Bulls bet about whether or not they make a trade at this deadline, if they sit with this group, we're like, this is fine. This is good.
You're going to lose it.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, there's been so many red lines that I've drawn on this and say, well, I'm done if this happens. I'm done if that happens. And I keep lying to myself.
Well, we got the Bears, right?
For the moment, we absolutely do. And you know what else we have? The Trivia Showdown. working hard to find some good stuff here, and I think I found one for you.
All right.
Okay, and I can't believe it's taken us this long. It's taken us 127 episodes to do this question.
All right.
Can you, and this was in the news recently because we had some movement on this list, can you give me the top 10 all-time NBA father-son scoring duos?
I feel like
we haven't.
You sure?
We have not, I'm sure.
All right. Dell and Steph.
Dell and Steph just moved up to number 2.
Michael and Clay.
Michael and Clay are number 4. The Thompsons.
So are you asking me what, top 10?
Yeah, just see how many you can get.
Father, son.
Yep.
Sabonis.
No.
Really? I thought
Arvydas
I know Arvydas didn't play that long, but I thought that.
Nope.
Ooh, this is a really good question.
I thought it was too.
Yeah, I'm really gonna have to think about this. By default, it has to be LeBron and Bronny, right?
Number 1, of course.
That's insane.
No, it's not.
Goodness.
No, it's not. It's sort of like when we would do the baseball brothers home run list, and it was Hank Aaron and his brother Tommy.
So I might just have to think of all-time greats and their little bumfest.
Not
relative.
Quite. No.
Is that really the only one where?
It's the only one that's that extreme.
Okay. It's not going to be like Jabari Smith Jr. and Jabari Smith Sr. because Jabari Smith Sr. didn't play long enough.
Right. And I think you've heard of all of these except maybe one that I wouldn't expect you to get because there's a real old timer on there. And his son is older than I am. And oddly enough, old Gregor's son was older than old Gregor.
Can't make that joke.
Figure out that happened. I know. I can't. God darn it! I think
this is hard.
One dad is on here twice.
Oh, Seth and Dell.
No.
I feel like Clay has 2 brothers, and one of them.
You know what? I think no. You know what? He's off now. He just got bumped off actually, because Rick Barry was on here twice.
Oh, okay.
So Rick and John Barry are now off. Rick and Brent are still on there. Yes.
Rick and Brent.
All right. You want me to give you the others?
Let me try to get one more.
One you should get. One you should get for sure is definitely an all-time great scorer.
All-time great scorer.
Yeah, whose dad played also.
All-time great scorer.
Yes.
It's not going to be a Malone.
No.
It's not going to be a Kuzi.
And this guy.
Could it be like John Stockton and
no.
Okay, I thought that his son might have played in one
bigger
NBA
bigger
game.
star. Bigger star. This guy's dad, and what you would know if I mentioned that his dad played internationally.
Bigger star?
Yeah, his dad also, after he's done in the NBA, his dad played internationally, and that's actually where his son wasn't born in this country.
Irving? What?
No.
I
Kobe.
Oh.
Joe Bryant.
I forgot that Joe Bryant played in
Joe
the NBA.
Jellybean Bryant.
Go ahead. All right,
so it's James Curry Bryant Thompson. Mm-hmm. Then it's Dolph Shays and Danny Shays.
Okay.
After that, it is Tim Hardaway and Jr.
Should have gotten that.
Rick Barry and Brent Barry.
Yeah, got that one.
Jalen Rose and his father, Jimmy Walker.
Would never have gotten that.
Then it's Patrick Ewing and Patrick Ewing Jr.
Would never have gotten that.
Gary Payton and Gary Payton II. Okay, there you go.
Fine.
Not an easy question. All right.
No. All right.
Okay.
So my question, it's I'll give you some help if you need it. So
I'm sure
since 2016,
okay,
which NBA 2016? So not all of these guys are still playing. Which 5 NBA players have drawn the most charges?
Ooh.
So I'll give you this: 3 of them are guards, 2 of them are forwards, and like power forwards.
Okay.
And if you want the teams, I can give you the team that they played the most games on since 2016. I can give you that if you'd like.
All right. All I'll ask is, do they all have reputations as good defensive players?
No,
they don't.
No, not all of them have good. I wouldn't even say a single one of them has a reputation for being like a defensive stopper whatsoever. If not the opposite, I would say a lot of most of these guys are like shitty defenders.
So it's got to be a pure function of minutes,
and also just like
being around the ball,
just being around the ball and being willing to take charges.
So I'm going to guess
it's very difficult.
It's counterintuitive. So I'm going to say Harden.
No, but that's not a bad guess.
Because I mean, like somebody who's played a ton of minutes.
Not a bad guess.
And somebody might just accidentally run into him and knock him over.
I'll just say this. There are only 2 of these guys right now are still in the NBA. And only one of them is like still playing at an all-star level.
Huh. This is bizarre.
This is hard.
This is hard.
Do you want the teams?
Yeah, maybe that would help.
All right, so number 1 has 193 charges drawn.
Okay.
And he's still playing, but most of his games came on the Raptors. Okay.
Okay.
Number 2 has 136 charges.
Okay.
And most of his games have come with the Mavericks. We'll give you a hint. That is not the team he was most recognizable on.
Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 3, with 132, played most of his games with the Hornets.
Okay.
Number 4, 130, played most of his games with Milwaukee.
Okay.
And number 5, with 121, played most of his games since 2016 with Detroit. However, he is known for playing for another team as well.
This is impossible. This is absolutely
If you want the other teams for those 2 players, I can give them to
you. The one from the Mavs?
Yeah.
And Detroit? Okay.
Yes. The guy who played for the Mavs.
Yeah.
Most well known with New York. The Knicks.
Okay.
And the guy who played for Detroit, most well known with the Clippers.
This is
with that info, you should get those 2. And probably number 1, but the Hornets and Bucks ones are pretty damn tough, especially the Bucks one.
Since 2016.
Yep.
A Raptor. So it wouldn't be Van Vliet because he's not there anymore. Kyle Lowry?
Kyle Lowry is number 1 with 193 charges drawn.
You couldn't even knock him over right now because he's like a weeble. Now he just bounced right back up.
BBL Lowry.
Boing, boing. Kyle Lowry?
Fat. Yep.
That's so weird.
Yep. He draws a lot of charges.
I wonder, but I don't see him like in my mind's eye.
2 and 3 are both like same height, like 6 feet tall or 6'1".
From the other one was Mavs and Knicks.
Yeah. This one you should get for sure.
Mavs and Knicks. Is that Brunson?
That is Jalen Brunson. Like the only player on this list that's still the other 3 guys are not currently in the NBA.
All right, so I got 1, I got 2.
Yep.
Not in the NBA
currently.
All right. For Milwaukee, was it? Is it somebody like George Hill?
No, that's a good guess though. He probably played most of those games with Indiana though.
Yeah, I guess I'm just trying
that's
to.
not. Although that's not a bad guess.
But he was also a pretty good defensive player. Played a lot of minutes. What about? It's not Middleton, is it?
It's not Chris Middleton.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna give. Yeah.
Okay. Hornets with 132. Kemba Walker.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah, you're right. Same kind of guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna do number 5 first.
Okay.
So Pistons and Clippers. That's Blake Griffin. You should have probably gotten that.
All right. And Milwaukee. Wait, you say this is another big guy?
Yeah.
Was Jay Crowder there?
No.
No.
Well, he was, but it's not the answer.
Why are you laughing?
It's Ersan Ilyasova.
No, it's not.
It's Ersan.
No, it's not.
Ersan Ilyasova.
I've never seen him draw a charge ever.
Because you never watched him.
I'm
not bullshitting you.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
bullshitting you. Nope, this is from the Enjoy Basketball channel on YouTube. They are fantastic. This video came out very recently.
Ersan Ilyasova. Hold on, let me just wait a second. Since 2016, Ersan Ilyasova is fourth in the NBA in charges drawn.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
Yeah.
No, you're going to have to send me video of each and every one of those 130. I need
my God.
I need actual unassailable
He
evidence.
drew 51 charges in 2019.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No,
Single season record.
Ersan Ilyasova? In what made-up NBA?
I feel like you don't even think he's real.
The world would be better if he weren't.
Jesus Christ.
If he were a fake. No, if he were, because then everything would make sense. Because I've never seen him make a shot.
There are conspiracy theories about him lying, like Thon Maker, like stuff like that, where he lied about his age and name.
Wait, so who's Thon Maker?
No, Thon Maker just lied about his age.
Okay. He lied about Ersan Ilyasova's age?
Oh my God, I hate you so
much. Or he lied about his own age? Wait, what's the conspiracy that Ersan Ilyasova isn't Ersan Ilyasova?
Correct.
I think you've mentioned this before.
There were widespread rumors and theories originating from a 2005 Turkish news report suggesting Ersan Ilyasova is actually 3 years older than his actual birthday, born as if he was born in 1984, and potentially a different person named Arsen Ilyasov from Uzbekistan who altered his identity to play with younger age groups.
Okay. Now, that would make sense because I always thought his name was more was sort of Russian sounding than it was Turkish sounding. Now that's interesting. Ilyasov. So he's a different person.
Could be.
I like it. Now, if we could do the same with all the Bulls and have them all be different, maybe they'd be better.
That will do it for episode 127 of the Organizations Win Championships podcast. Please subscribe, rate it 5 stars, but when you review it, leave hate comments for Dan Bernstein because he deserves it. And we'll see you in the next episode, and hopefully after more Bulls, or hopefully after some Bulls success, and obviously a Bears win.
Bulls Podcast with Jason and Dan Bernstein on 312 Sports.